Alright, some info before the video starts, although it actually started. I had to skip yesterday because I didn't feel too well, so usually it would be day 19 today, but for me there is day 18 today, so I'm actually one day behind. But I will catch up by skipping next rest day, so I should be fine, I guess. And therefore there's 155 to do instead of 160. But as I said, I think there's a rest day tomorrow, maybe even, or the day after that. But I will skip that and catch up that way. So 155 today. I think I will start with a couple 25s or so. I have to do the math, but probably starting with a 25 is not bad. So here we go. My physical condition right now is not good. Yeah. I can definitely feel that I didn't eat too well. It's definitely a pain in the ass and my legs are definitely weak. Yeah, I can really feel the bad foods that I had over the weekend. Definitely limit me, but yeah, I gotta push through. So I think I have to do at least one more 25, so here we go. Oh, dude. Today is really rough. I feel so weak. Like, maybe I should do some without the weight, or I should have done like entirely without the weight, but the rate is really killing me. So to do the math, if I do 25 right now, I'll be at 75, and then I can do 4 times 20. Oh man, that's so rough. Today's video probably gonna be a lot longer than usual, but what can you do? I'm happy if I make it, so that's the goal. Oh man. Definitely gotta drink something. Well, if I manage to be able to catch my breath. Like, I've been so thirsty today because of the carbs from the weekend and really low protein diet, high carb, high fat. Yeah, like, I mean, obviously, yeah, how do I say that? Well, I gotta think about what I want to say during the next 20. So right now we have 75 and we're left with 80, so basically halfway through, which is nice. Now down to 20s, that should be a little easier, although maybe not today. Yeah, you can actually, the consequences of a bad diet, or malnutrition, even if it's just like over a couple of days or so, I mean, I personally can immediately feel them. I mean, obviously, like I've overdone it by a lot, but that doesn't take away too much. So, yeah, like you have a bad nutrition or poor nutrition, whatever you want to call it, it automatically reflects on your capability and your power level and all that. Not only physically, but obviously also mentally. Like weekend was nice, but mental state wasn't that great. There were thoughts in my head that definitely should not be there. But we're back at it, and that's the most important thing. So 60 left, another 20 now. Man, today's really rough. I had thoughts in my head that said I should quit for the challenge this month because I missed out yesterday. The opportunity was there to just say, well, I actually didn't feel well. I did not do it because I was lazy or I didn't have time, because half an hour a day you should have that for a workout. Not to put pressure on anyone, because even going for a walk, this can be the half an hour, and we all should take that time for ourselves to be active. That's like really important. Not just sit all day and do nothing. That's really not good. So yeah, I'm glad I'm at it, because there's times where I would have quit right now, but I just can't do it. I can't afford it. So next 20 right now, let's go. I think it's a super interesting topic, giving up, quitting, and all that, because this idea doesn't come from nowhere. So there's usually something that has happened that is going to change a certain dynamic. For me, it was like the weekend with the food and all that. That definitely changed my dynamic of, for example, no running, and yesterday that I skipped the squat challenge and so on. You can easily take that as an excuse or as a point where you say, well, I failed, so I might as well fail the next days because I failed already. It's not that bad if I fail today and tomorrow. But this is just not right. You should really, like, a bad day is not a fail. A bad day basically is part of the game. You cannot have a challenge over a month for 30 days or 31 and be like, well, every day is going to be perfect. I will stick to whatever the task is or whatever the job is 100%. And if I don't, I just quit. Because if you don't, then you can consider that a bad day and nothing else. So having a bad day is totally fine and completely reasonable, because no one lives life perfect. No one does his job perfect like all the time. Although, to be honest, when you think about doctors, I mean, they should, but obviously everyone makes mistakes. Obviously to the disadvantage of others or yourself even, but this is fine. It's about the effort you put in. You do your best, and it doesn't work out one day, that is completely fine. You can do better next day or the day after, but not like, oh, today was bad, I will be forever alone for the next week and do nothing. That's not good for you. It's not good for anyone. So alright, last 20 and then we're done. All right. To add a little bit, to what I said, like, I mean, I get the feedback that I'm doing so well, and like, some people even like tell me I'm a role model to them. But it's only about what you show others, right? I mean, I had a really rough weekend. I mean, I met a couple friends, social interaction. It was really nice. Had some talks. It was great. I definitely was in a horrible mindset regarding eating. It was just so bad. You guys have no freaking idea. Like, the way I create excuses for me to allow myself to eat and all that, it's man, this 100% needs therapy. Um, the only thing that keeps me going is just my sheer willpower and to reach my goals, to have like a normal life one day. But this is a very dangerous game actually. But when I see today, after like a really rough weekend, a rough 3 days straight, I am here working out doing the squat challenge. I gotta tell you that honestly, I am surprised by myself because usually I would not be here make the video because I'm really weak right now, and I don't necessarily mean just physically, but especially mentally. And showing yourself when you're weak is, I think, really difficult for most people or for almost everyone, because you don't want to be seen when you're weak, because you only want to show like when you're strong. I mean, I don't want to say like sharing on the Discord, for example, when you're weak or when you're having a bad day. This is completely fine. And this is basically the same. So having the courage to like admit that you're having like you have had a few bad days, or you're having a bad time currently, or the next weeks you're going to be really rough, or even the next months. It doesn't really matter. It's about, I think, communicating that and accepting that not every day is your best day, your best performance, and not your strongest day is like super important. And like allow yourself, I really hate to say or to use the word fail or failure, because I think it's just such a strong word that we should not use. So allowing yourself to have a bad day, to have a cheat meal, or even a cheat day, or maybe even 2 or 3, it's actually completely fine. Getting back on track, maybe communicate yourself. Like, I mean, honestly, this video is basically, I use this as kind of a bridge to get back on track, because I'm gonna upload it and maybe one guy will watch it or what I say. And even if it's not, I know it's out there and I'm accountable for myself, and I did it. And even there might be someone thinking, oh, he did not do the challenge, that's a pretty big fail, or he's a day behind and stuff like that. I mean, it's very unlikely, because let's be real, but it could be. These thoughts are on my mind, but it really doesn't have to bother me that much, because I mean, I'm doing it for myself and not for anyone else. So having a bad day is okay. Getting back at it as soon as you, well, if I say as soon as you feel better or stronger is probably wrong, but as saying as soon as possible is also wrong, because forcing yourself in a bad mood while you're in a bad mood to do something that you might not want to do right now is also pretty bad. So instead of doing the squats today, if I felt really weak, which I did, but I didn't, as you can see, I finished and I was strong enough to pull through, but it could also have been, well, I honestly don't really feel like doing it today. So what I'm going to do is I go for a walk for an hour, or I go on a bike ride for 1 or 2 hours or something like that, so that you get done with something. And as a goal for tomorrow, you tell yourself, well, I'm not able to do the squat challenge today, but I will do it tomorrow. And that obviously doesn't apply not only for the squat challenge, but for anything in life. You want to apply for a job, or Even like simple things like going to the grocery store or something, and you don't feel like it today. Do something smaller. Instead of going to the grocery store, just you tell yourself, well, I'll just go outside for 5 to 10 minutes, go for a walk, and then tomorrow I will try again. And if I can as well, I go for a longer walk, and so on. So that one day, which hopefully is not too far away in the future, you'll be able to do it. So that's my approach. If it doesn't work, I mean, theoretically, I'm not perfect, but I think having it like this or seeing it with that kind of mindset is something that's good for you. At least I think so. All right, we guys see us tomorrow. Bye.